So you said you had to fail a lot. Like, w did you have anybody that you could go to just to like kind of point you in the right direction and kind of help you get your footing, or you just continued to bump your head and then eventually you was like, you know what, I got this. Like, how did you stay motivated throughout that
So
process?
yeah, so that's a great question. Did I have anybody? No. That's why I always say I grew into the person that I needed as a teen, as a young adult, and as a business owner, right? That's why I use all my mistakes and turn them into stepping stones and turn them into lessons so I can teach the next person. Like that's what the Think Like a Boss book is. Like the Think
Hmm.
Like a Boss workbook, for example, that I wrote is literally, okay, this is how you do this. This is how you apply this. I messed up here. This is how you do not. And when I say failed my way to success, when I first started the evolution of hip hop, baby, that thing was failing. It was not, it
Hmm.
was not doing well. It was because, again, I love hip hop, right? I love everything about hip hop. I love the five pillars of hip hop. I think that at that time, I thought that it was so important for me to share the hip hop history,
Hmm.
including dance, because we know the five pillars. We know there's dancing, beatboxing, lyricism, graffiti, so
Right.
I wanted to try to put everything in one school, and no one cares. like the end of the day, no one cares. So I had all these resources. I hired all these teachers, to come teach these things, and no one cared. And I just realized like the universal language is always going to be dance. It's always going to be music. So that's when I kind of just went back and just was like, okay, I'm a dancer, so let me just focus on that part of hip hop, which is dance. And from there, I created the hip hop dance birthday parties. We were the first ones that were doing that. We were the first ones that were doing that. And creating hip hop dance birthday parties for families allowed dance and the hip hop culture to be available to everyone.
Hmm.
And that's what made us blow up. We were having like 7 or 8 parties a day on the weekend. It was crazy. And again, I had to learn from that. In order for me to stay disciplined, it goes back to, again, what is the end goal here? What is the end goal here? I am trying to be a creative. I'm trying to use all my beautiful skills that God gave me and create an amazing life for myself. I'm not trying to work for somebody else for the rest of my life. So this has to work. It's that simple. It has to work because I'm not going back there, right? I left a job that was paying me six figures in order to do what I was doing. So I'm not going back. So it has to work. And we have to understand that discipline is rooted in self-love. Discipline is rooted in self-love. You want to love yourself so much that you can be disciplined enough to get the job done.